In the studio, I do have Dr. Bashiru Kikimoto ahead. That's the head of Public Health Veterinary Service. But we have a story on rabies.
The Ladade Kotopon Municipal Sanitation Task Force, in collaboration with the Cantonment Police, arrested 18 residents of La for flouting the sanitation law. The 18 residents were put in Cantonment Police custody and were charged to appear before the Ladade Kotopon Municipal Sanitation Court. 8 of the accused persons pleaded guilty and were fined by the court to the tune of 360 cedis each. The remaining 10 pleaded not guilty and were remanded to police custody to reappear on August 14 this year.
Alright, so I have Dr. Bashiru Kikimoto here, and we've spoken about this thing over and over again.
Yeah.
We all know that dogs are pets, but really, how should we keep them?
Actually, anybody who keeps dogs has to take very good care of them. Make sure that they have vaccination every year against rabies. And also make sure that the dogs just don't go out of the house and be roaming around. The ones we call stray dogs. Because if you look at the cases of rabies that we are having, most of the cases are from the stray dogs. For example, in 2011, we had over 912 total dog bite cases in AMA alone. Out of that number, 24 were positive in a number that was quarantined by the veterinary services. Then in 2013, the thing had reduced, but the number of positive cases had increased. So we show that rabies is really a big problem in Ghana.
And all these, most of them are attributed to stray dogs?
Most of them are stray dogs, but they also have some people keep the local dogs. They may be in the house, but they are not able to catch them and bring them for vaccination. Yeah.
And we still see stray dogs around. What should happen to them?
Actually, every district assembly or municipal assembly is supposed to have a bylaw. For example, I know the AMA has a bylaw which was passed in 1996 that does not allow animals just to move around causing nuisance to the public as a public health nuisance. So the district veterinary officers and the municipal veterinary officers are supposed to liaise with the assemblies to make sure that they apply the law and arrest them.
But are we seeing that?
It is not happening because, for example, even with the Animal Disease Act of 1961, Act 83, it allows a veterinary doctor or any person to be able to enter the house and arrest somebody who has not vaccinated his dogs or something. But because of modernization, now people, their main gates are very high, they lock them, and also because of human rights and those things, somebody may say that you have intruded and then you send you to court, it becomes problem. So I think that we need to conscientize the people that look, no matter how it is, send your dog for vaccination at the veterinary services.
But talking about conscientize, haven't we done enough, or you think that we haven't done any? Because these dogs are still around. Quite recently we did a story where a little boy died because he had rabies, and probably this could have been prevented if the necessary things that should have been done were put in place.
You are very correct. Actually, rabies is 100% preventable. No person is actually supposed to die from rabies. But if you look at the world record, like every year 55,000 people die of rabies. In Ghana, from 2009 to 2011, we lost 25 people due to rabies. That from January to July. In 2014, this year, from January to July, we have lost 17 people. 7 in the Ashanti region, 2 in Volta region, 2 in Greater Accra, 1 in Central Asimfusu, 4 in Upper East. So that is the number that has come to my notice, to the office.
There probably could be more.
It could be more because of record keeping and also communication. And one of the problems that you see, the Ghana Health Service does not see rabies as one of the diseases that we consider as a scheduled disease that immediately happens, you have to report. They see as something that is you can treat it, or you can prevent the disease through prophylaxis, post-exposure prophylaxis. So we want to collaborate with them. The public health unit of veterinary services is collaborating with the public health unit of Ghana Health Service on the concept of the One Health to make sure that we collaborate in this aspect.
Now, when we come to, yes, we know it's preventable, but availability of anti-rabies drugs and even treatment, the cost, is it available? Is the cost not that much?
No, you see, it is heavily subsidized by government. For example, the HEMA anti-rabies vaccine, immunoglobulins that sometimes they use, I know that it is not more than 9 cedis. Not Ghana cedis, no. But the problem, if you don't follow the proper channel, you are likely to buy it at a very exorbitant price.
Which is the proper channel? And how much is the exact cost?
The proper channel is that immediately a dog bites you, you go to the hospital, the nearest health facility, get your anti-tetanus and some first aid. Then you come to veterinary and report that I was bitten by a dog. Then we now know whether the dog has an owner or it's a stray dog. Then we can give you a form. Once you have that form from veterinary, they know that you have reported to the proper quarters. They will make sure that they give you the thing at the right price.
But would you be able to tell us the exact price?
Yeah, I still say that it's not less, it's 8 cedis 50 pesos.
But another thing is the number of injections. If you speak to some persons who've gone for these treatments, isn't there a better way of going around it? Because sometimes it might even scare someone from going to the hospital because the injections are so many. Are we looking at a way around it to get probably a 1 dose of a drug just to take it and be okay?
Actually, scientists are working on reducing the number of injections. First, even they used to inject on the stomach. You see, the first drug that was made, but now it's intramuscular at any of the glute or this muscles, or the muscus quadrupus longus capitis.
That's a huge one.
Yes. So that is what is happening now. But even the US, they are able to beat down the length of vaccination and then the number to 4 instead of the usual 5 that was given. So I think scientists are still working on how to bring down the number of this, but 5 in 1 it will not be. Now it's not possible.
Okay. Well, I have been speaking with Dr. Bashiru Kikimoto, Head of Public Health Veterinary Service, and we're looking at some education and how to even prevent rabies.